has a 3-year wait list and competed on a Netflix reality show. This is the Empower Women Show with Jane Trimble, the show that elevates and empowers women in the community by sharing their story and showcasing their business. With me in the studio is Jen Arnold from Just Call Me Jen. Hey, Jen.
Hi, thank you for having me.
Oh, you're so welcome.
You.
What is Just Call Me Jen?
Well, it is a little business that I have where I make minis, micro minis of the place that you love the most. So I get commissioned to make cottages that are handheld, restaurants. The biggest one is a place like that burnt down even. Like there's always a backstory, so there's connection, and yeah, when people see it, it's joyful, tearful, and I just love the emotional piece of it.
I like that too, and you've even brought some here today, which I will just showcase in front of me here. So what is this?
This one's my cottage.
Your cottage?
It's my cottage. It was a gift that I gave to my sister.
Yeah.
It's our cottage in the 80s. Now it looks a bit different, but I just wanted to bring that back. And it's a piece that, you know, if you don't own that cottage anymore, you still own it in a sense.
Yes.
So
there's great sentimental value with these, hey?
Definitely.
And then what's this one?
That is a hotel in California, in the wine area, San Luis Obispo. It's called Madonna Inn.
Yes. So cute. And why did you do this one?
Because we went there one year, and I just wanted to compare it to the real one.
I love it.
Yeah, it's just kind of part of my marketing as well. So
I see. What made you get into miniatures, making miniature things?
Who doesn't like miniatures, right? Yeah. I've always loved those putz houses, those Christmas German putz houses under the tree. And one year I just didn't know what to make my mom for Christmas. And I'm like, you know what? She just loves her house she grew up in. Yeah. And I recreated it, and people saw it online and just started ordering them. And
How did you just, you know, work it out, or is there some sort of training that you did?
No training. I you know what? We're all good at something, and I can just. Like, there's no actual size. People say, what scale do you use? I always say it's Jen scale, because it whatever works, or whatever container I have, or it's all by eye. Yeah. And it just, I'm very lucky how it kind of just pans out.
It's so cool, and I get the impression you have a lot of fun with it as well.
I do. I really do, especially when there's meaning behind it.
Yes. Yeah. I love that's two powerful things. If you have a business that is meaningful to you and also super fun, I think you've kind of got the holy grail there. Yeah. Yeah. But it's not the only thing you do, is that correct?
No. So I'm a social worker, and I work in mental health and addictions.
Wow.
So it's an intense job, so self-care is huge. And I use, making minis as my self-care, but I enjoy both worlds. Yeah. Yeah.
Those are two words that I love, self-care. Yeah. Why is self-care valuable to you, and how do you've said miniatures are your self-care, but go into a little bit about that.
Yeah, I mean, I see a lot during the day, especially with mental health and addictions. It kind of comes as a package. So, you see a lot of just sadness and how people are, living, and then I go home and I have this, grand house and stuff. So you really have to be humble and kind of know where you're from, and then just realize that we each have our own lives, and just kind of separate myself from their reality versus mine. And
which came first, the social work or miniatures?
Almost came at the same time. Okay. I was an administrator for years and years, and then I went to university when I was older. Okay. So I graduated when I was 40. So it kind of worked at the same time. So during COVID, I started the minis, and I was also just graduating. Yeah. So it kind of came together like that.
This is so
perfect,
cool.
Actually, yeah.
I love that, and I love that message. You know, you graduated at 40.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. And when I was 26, I thought I was old. So it was like a waking of sense. Exactly. And I'm proud to say I graduated at 40. And
I love that so much. And in the intro, you've got a 3-year wait list. Yeah. This is wild.
Yeah. And some of it is because of, being older, in my late 40s and perimenopause, and sometimes I just don't have that energy that I used to have in my 20s and 30s. So I you know, when I sit down and I make that special piece for someone, I want 100% of my, you know, myself into it. So I want to give them that. So that's, a piece of why it's a little behind as well. So,
Yeah. How long does it take to make one of these?
Probably around 50 hours, depending what it is. Like I made the city hall for the mayor, Winnipeg mayor, and it took 3 years because I had to redo it 3 times. I just wasn't happy about it, or, you know, it's just a lot of, you know, self-criticism and trying to make the best of what's going to be in a display case forever, right? So,
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's probably quite hard to not go into perfectionism with what you do.
Yes, that's true.
Do you have perfectionism?
Yes. Yes, because I look at some of these, because it's older, it's like, I could change that. But I think that's just how we grow. And I mean, you can't just build something and it be perfect, right?
No, exactly. Where do you draw the line with yourself and say, okay, it's finished? Because I'm sure you could just go on and on and on forever.
Yeah, it's a lot of self-talk. Yeah.
Yes.
Like, let's end it now. And, you know, you got those little pieces. And then when the person sees it, they actually notice things that I thought they'd never notice. Like sometimes I'll put a person in a window or something, and, you know, a little piece of, I don't know, paper that was in a picture they sent me that was actually, that I put in the mini. So, yeah.
That's so cool.
Yeah. So they're the ones that ground me.
Yeah.
Yeah. And know that I ended where I should have ended.
Yeah, good.
Yeah.
Grounding is a good word, because I would imagine both the social work is heavy, and then it's not heavy, it's fun, but it's intense. Like this is a lot of work.
Yes, because you want that person to see it as they remember it.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah. And you were on, or are about to be, tell us about the Netflix show that you're on.
So it's through CBC. I was on CBC Gem and Netflix picked it up. So it's season 3 of Best in Miniature. And it's not micro minis, but it's like a dollhouse essentially. And I never thought, I just applied. A couple of friends and, you know, my partner said, just apply, and I did, and I got on, and it was so lovely. And the friends that I gained from it, we teach each other how to like do certain things in minis, and it's wonderful. Yeah, it was such a great experience.
Is it out? Yeah. Is it airing now?
Yeah,
it is. So you can watch. Where do people watch
on
it?
Netflix.
On Netflix.
Yeah. So it's called Best in Miniature season 3.
Best in Miniature, and you're on season 3.
Yeah.
And how did you? It was a competition.
It was. So there's 10, and then each room is a competition, and then one person gets out.
Okay.
So it's
Okay. And how well did you do?
You have to watch it.
I have to watch it. Okay.
Yeah, you have to watch it.
The suspense is killing me.
Keeping it quiet for months and months was difficult. But
I bet. I know. And now you're on the Empower Women show.
I know, right? Thank you.
Yes. Now, rewind back to this word that I want to talk more about on the show, perimenopause.
Yeah.
I'm 42. Kind of experiencing some of the symptoms that could be perimenopause. What has that experience been like for you?
It's been challenging because at first you don't know that you're going through the change because in my mom's generation, they didn't talk about it. So now when I'm forgetting words or, you know, I'm too tired to, you know, do a commission, you know, for a week or 2 or months, you know, you kind of have to reevaluate and think, you know what, I think this is actually something that I'm going through, and
How did you figure it out? Did you go to the doctor or did you look online?
I think just online. People are talking about it more. And we're not afraid to talk about it, and it's not such a stigma like it used to be. I think it probably was looked upon as that. And I don't know, I'm proud to say that I'm going through it because I have a life of experience and growth and
we talked a bit before we started this interview about the wealth of life experience that you're bringing to the table, having started a business and also having graduated at the ripe old age of young age of 40.
Yes,
you know,
30.
What did you mean by that in a day to day? You know, what does that look like?
My day to day?
Yeah, your day to day, and like bringing that life experience to both your job and to this passion.
Yeah, you know what? I guess in a nutshell, it's just be who you are, be authentic, be real, and try not to bring the work life home and vice versa, and just I don't know, be the best you can be and grow. And yeah, the knowledge that you gain throughout your life is so important. And I think that I'm a great worker because of that. And yeah, just be humble, be humble and be honest, because that's how people grow, and my participants grow through just honesty and
participants
being real.
In your social work?
In the program, yeah.
So there's a program?
Yes.
What's the program?
Yeah. So my participants, I have about 15 of them, and they have, most of them have schizophrenia, so it's very difficult, their lives, and you know, a lot of them have addictions, so you're kind of dealing with both, and we're almost like a hospital without walls, so we're there for them and drive them around and just make sure that they have the best quality of life.
I see, hospital without walls, meaning that you are involved in their life outside of a treatment room.
Yep, because a lot of the times they're going to be in the psych, you know, in psych health. And we want to be there to guide them, make sure they take their meds, make sure that, you know, they're doing the proper things, and we're with them. We're not doing things for them. So, yeah, we're like their number one cheerleader.
I love
that's the best way to look at it. And always, you know, when you see people in the streets, you know, and I know how it is, like people either, you know, talk low about them, or if they're begging for money or whatever, it's like these people have a story and they have trauma, and yeah, it's another thing about growth and just being, you know, 40 when I graduated. I kind of understand that more than I did when I was younger, and
yeah, exactly. There's a lot of stigma around it, isn't there?
There is a lot.
And misunderstanding. What made you get into addictions and mental health specifically?
Just family members who have been dealing with it, and it's not just, you know, the people you see on the streets that get sick. It's I don't like to put it this way, but it's the very wealthy that gets sick. It's anybody. It's all walks of life that can get sick, and
it doesn't discriminate.
Not at all. Not at all.
It's very poignant for me. I grew up in an alcoholic home. Yeah. So 12-step programs saved my life, literally, and educated me around it. Taught me that alcoholism is a disease, that addiction is a disease, and it's not a reflection on who that person actually is. And what are some of the things that you keep in mind when you are dealing with, you know, you call them participants? Yeah. What are some of the, that you keep in mind?
They all have a story. They just all have a story, and they're all so different. And you just have to treat them like a human being. Like you can't, you know, if they have less money than you, or, you know, they live under a bridge, that's their life at that moment. And you just have to treat them like you would your best friend. And that's how I kind of go into it.
Treat them like a best friend.
Just treat them like a person. And like I said, just be their number one cheerleader, and just know that there are people who care about them, because sometimes people, you know, throughout their lives didn't care about them. So.
How do you detach from that? You know, I'm sure it's difficult at the end of a day when you have maybe had a heavy day with a participant that's not doing well. How do you detach and not take that home? I mean, you're human, it's going to affect you, but how do you do it?
It's hard, but our program is great because it's 24 hours. So when we leave, there's an evening shift, and then we have on-call. So if someone wants to call us in crisis, there's always someone who answers the phone. And I have that at the back of my mind, knowing that there's always going to be someone helping them. And that's kind of what keeps us, quote unquote, okay. And, you know, we can sleep at night knowing that there's help.
Somebody's there. How do people, if somebody does need help, if they're watching this show, how do they get help?
The hospital, I mean, mental health, it's a slow progress, what we're doing in Manitoba for sure, about how to get help. Even the stigma is still there, but we do have crisis response center, even 911 can help you.
Okay, good. Is this as simple as that?
It honestly is. I mean, I wish I had more, but
no, that's good.
Just,
where can people get connected with your miniatures work?
Oh, okay. I'm on Instagram, so it's just call me _Jen_. Yeah. So mostly on Instagram I'm found.
Amazing.
You can just DM me and
DM you, but you might have to wait.
Yes.
Because there's
but
a
that's
long
okay.
list.
I'm pretty good with responding to people. The people who are still waiting have been so great and understanding, and and stuff. So I do have a really big commission coming up, so I'm kind of putting some things on the back burner, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But I'm going to be doing a big diorama in the Churchill Airport for Churchill Wild Safaris. So it's a very big company, and they have 3 lodges up in Churchill.
Yeah.
So they want me to do a diorama of all 3 lodges, and it's going to be in the airport. So I'm going to Churchill in July, which I'm so just grateful and humbled about, and set it up. And if you go to Churchill, you'll see my display there.
That is so amazing.
Yeah.
I love that your work lives forevermore in these amazing places.
Yeah,
you're leaving a legacy.
Oh, thank you. Yeah.
It's been great to have you on the show.
Thank you
for coming on.
Thank you.
Yeah, until next time. Queens belong on thrones. Let's put them there.